I think 777 Charlie, gives you that experience of, it makes you laugh, it makes you smile, it makes you go through all kind of emotions, and by the end of it, it takes you to a very surreal world. When we started shooting for the film, we were not ready for the challenges which is going to come our way. We thought we'll finish this film in 90 days of shoot, and then the 90 days of shoot extended to 120, then 150. And finally, we ended up shooting 167 days. The cinema, it takes what it wants ultimately, and which is why when it took so many days to shoot the film, I didn't bother about it. When it took so much budget, also we didn't bother about it, because we knew somewhere it is taking what it wants. For this film, especially for 777 Charlie, that was very important because one thing, we were shooting with a dog, and the dog itself is taking too much time.
Welcome on board, Hungama, and huge congratulations! Extraordinary weekend for Charlie's 777. Were you guys expecting something of this sort?
Yeah, because we had watched the film a couple of almost 100 times, and we had kept shows for a lot of people before even we released the film, and we had got amazing report everywhere. So yes,
and people are crying buckets.
I think 777 Charlie, gives you that experience of, it makes you laugh, it makes you smile, it makes you go through all kind of emotions, and by the end of it, it takes you to a very surreal world, and it ends there. It's a beautiful roller coaster ride, I believe.
What is also very heartening is that we tend to have this bhed chal, what we call in Hindi, that if someone makes certain sort of film, other people, they start making similar sort of films. But you guys are coming up with something which is radically different in a way, around pets, for example, and that in a way is something which is highly appreciable as well.
In a constant effort, to break. For example, my previous film was Avanish Shriman Narayana, and that was a complete fantasy, larger than life and over the top kind of characters in the film. And immediately after that, I wanted to break that, and I wanted to do something which is very relatable and which is very hatke, when compared to the films which are coming. And when Kiran came with this concept of a dog and a human bonding, I loved the idea, and I didn't take much time to decide that I want to do this film.
It's very difficult to shoot with the animals and to get that sort of response from them. That must have been a Herculean task, I believe.
Extremely difficult, in the sense when we started shooting for the film, we were not ready for the challenges which is going to come our way. We thought we'll finish this film in 90 days of shoot, and then the 90 days of shoot extended to 120, then 150, and finally we ended up shooting 167 days. But then throughout the film, I was seeing the result, and I was very sure about what we are shooting. So I didn't mind that we were going a little extra budget, extra shooting days, because I knew that ultimately we'll come up with a good product.
167 days is a lot of days, actually.
You normally shoot two or three films in that.
Exactly. Usually you'll shoot like a historical or a period film in that many number of days. The Sunday is around 9.5 crores, which is really good. And the way the film is trending, that is extremely heartening. It's expected to have a very good Monday as well. And not only in India, but even overseas, it is doing well. What does it tell you about good content and how it just finds its audience one way or the other?
I always believe that if a team of 100, 200 people, they generate good energy while shooting a film, and they give their 100% towards the film. They work towards the film as if it they own the film and work towards it. In which case, the cinema it takes what it wants ultimately. And which is why when it took so many days to shoot the film, I didn't bother about it. When it took so much budget, also we didn't bother about it, because we knew somewhere it is taking what it wants, and when it comes to the result, also it will find its way through to reach the maximum number of audience. And it's just that we have to put our effort, and then the rest, a good cinema will take care of itself. Time and again, it has always proved, at least in my case, all my films have proved that my belief is true.
What is the crucial point as far as the camera work and music, background music is concerned in a film like this?
The cinematographer Arvind Kashyap, he's one of the most very talented cinematographer I've worked with, and so he knows to not spend too much, but make the frame look really, really beautiful, and like a big budget kind of a feel he gives. And for this film, especially for 777 Charlie, that was very important because one thing, we were shooting with a dog, and the dog itself is taking too much time, and hence the rest of the department has had to be on their toes all the time. And for that kind of a speed, Arvind Kashyap gives the best result, and that was very important for the film, especially when we are going on a travel from Mysore to Kashmir. We are spending like 1 day in one location, and the next day we have to be in another location, because everything is scheduled, and we have taken the permission for each and every location, so we can't spend one day extra in any location. So in which case the cinematographer has to be he has to bring the best of frames. And especially when it comes to music, also, I mean, see, as I said, this film slowly grabs your attention inside the film, and by the end of the climax, it takes you to a surreal world. So that is happening because the kind of visual treat Arvind Kashyap has given, and also the kind of music which helps you, which complements the whole idea of taking you to a surreal world. And also, I should give credit to Raja Krishnan sir, who did the sound designing. Because the way the music moves, the sound effects moves, in between those 24 speakers, that becomes very important to create that surreal world.